Welcome back, everyone, to Random's Thoughts. We're jumping into Vampire Survivors today, and we're doing, I guess, what you could call a challenge run. That is, we're trying to complete Green Acres, currently the most difficult map I have access to, on hyper mode without utilizing garlic or the Bible. How are we going to do that? I'm not really sure. It does limit our options and presents a number of challenges, but it's going to be a little fun. So we're going to jump in here with Antonio, who is the whip character. You get 10% more damage every 10 levels to a max of 50% extra. Now, is this guy the appropriate one to be doing this with? I'm not sure. I've tried a number of different characters and haven't been successful to this point, so we'll see how it goes. Now, we're starting off with bats. Why does that matter? Well, I've noticed after running this map a pretty significant amount that there are patterns based on what monsters you start the first wave with. Now, there might be other ones, but right now, I'm expecting that we're going to get surrounded by, we're going to go with pentagram here, by those plants that show up on this and Mad Forest at around 5 minutes. If you start with the evil trees, you actually end up getting it at 10 minutes, and the waves seem to be different sets of enemies at different intervals, because every minute on this map, you're going to have a new set of enemies that are showing up, or new groupings of enemies. They could be old enemies that were showing up prior to that, but they're going to come in different quantities, they're going to show up with different partners, and generally try and, eat the hero. Now, I went with pentagram because I get the sense that since we're skipping the whole garlic plan, we're going to need to do something drastic. I think we're going to need armor as one of our secondary items. We obviously want to try and find, and as you can see, we're over a minute, so now we're getting new enemies. I think we're going to want to try and find, obviously, as many upgraded or evolved weapons as we can. But like I said, we want to try and find, oh boy, we're going to go with a tracked orb here. I'll explain why in a second, but we're going to want to get as many evolves as we can. We're going to probably want to try and pick up armor, life leech items, that sort of thing, which is what the whip provides, because we're not going to have pushback. We're not going to have ways to try and get enemies off of us. So axe is probably going to be pretty important because of its evolved form. We'll have to see. I'm going to try whip here just because I'm willing to try almost anything at this point. The meta progression is not great for us. That also was not great because it wiped out a bunch of our experience, but we do need this for the axe. We're going to go with the pentagram. It unfortunately, again, wipes stuff out because it activates immediately, but we want to get it to the higher levels because there's a chance that it doesn't wipe things out. So the pentagram is going to serve as our obviously board clear, but a way to get things off of us. Because it's not so much that you get swarmed in this map, which you absolutely do, but it's more so that you fall behind in experience, hence why the attract orb shows up. I'm hoping that that will help make up for it, but the pentagram early on definitely hinders us as well. I'm hoping they offset each other to some extent, but we'll see how that works out. Typically, I try and avoid getting the pentagram at all, and maybe I should be getting it later, but we're going to try it here. So if we do pick up the axe, we are going to get a weapon range increase, which will absolutely be useful. Again, we want to try and keep things off of us, just like you do in any other run. But here it's going to be extra important, as we don't have access to Bible or garlic, as long as I don't accidentally choose them. We're going to level up with, I want to try and get things to high levels as quickly as we can. As far as I know, you can't evolve something before 11 minutes. I've never gotten an evolution prior to that, even though I'm fairly certain that I had things maxed out and ready to go at level 10 minutes rather. Ugh, that was not good. I mean, we whiffed on not a ton of experience, but we whiffed on some. This is going to wipe them all out again. I was hoping we'd hit the 1 and 4 to keep everything. We did not. So we're pretty far behind on levels. Like, we're going to be leaning heavily on the pentagram just to survive past a certain point, because we're not doing a ton of damage. We're not collecting a ton of experience. This is just all around bad. The pentagram early on definitely feels like a mistake. I think it might be necessary, but we probably didn't need to pick it when we did. So we might have to give this another try and just not take pentagram that early. Clover is interesting. Clover goes with, not the fire wand, it goes with the cross. I could stand for getting the cross and getting Holy Sword, Heaven's Sword, whatever it's called. Trying to find some floor chicken, but we just can't. Having some difficulty with that. I expect the pentagram's going to activate at the worst possible time here. Kind of need it to activate, and we just need to hit the 1 and 4 and get lucky and leave all the experience behind. If that happens, we're happy. If it wipes everything out and we get nothing out of it, we're in trouble. All right, we got some floor chickens, so that's good. We got a clover for freezies. I'll take that. Nice. Okay, so pentagram, like we said, activated. Left all that stuff behind for us. We'll get a level off of that. We will pentagram again. Nice. We hit the back-to-back 1 and 4s, it looks like. Feels good, man. You love to see it. You love to see it. All right, so we probably want the axe. Like I said, we can fill that, or use that to help fill some of the gaps in our game plan here. At least I'm hoping. Now, clearly the pentagram only really benefits from cooldown reduction, so I want to try and get wand so that we can evolve that, mostly because I want the tome. We probably take tome regardless, and then it's just a matter of... yeah, we'll go with the tractor. We probably take the tome regardless, and then we just hope that we get the wand to try and get it evolved. Now, in previous runs, I've taken birds, I've taken a lot of different weapons, you know, tried experimenting. Obviously, we haven't had success, or we wouldn't be doing this particular run right now. All right, we're almost up to a 50% chance. I think we want that. I think we want that. All right, so we kept everything. I'm going for the treasure chest. There's an argument to possibly leave it on the field, leave it around until we can evolve something, but we have several minutes before that's going to be an option. We also... All right, I don't know what the upgrade for this is. We didn't get to keep everything that time, but we hit 3 in a row, so I mean, we can't complain too much. Can't complain too much. We'll get the whip. Get the whip. I felt the 45% chance was too much to give up, but I didn't really want another level in it right now. The good news is that the whip is clearing things out, but I just don't like the attack pattern of the whip. It just doesn't go and cover enough ground. So it's very difficult. Like, you can obviously just get swarmed north and south by monsters. So we need the axe to help at least deal with one of those directions. Let's go upgrade axe. We probably have enough distance, range, radius, whatever on the attractor to avoid it for a little while. We should be expecting a pentagram activation soon. We're in one of those weird stages where this set of enemies is both few and far between and sturdy enough that we're not just wiping them out quickly. Good news is the pentagram will wipe them out quickly, and it left behind some experience. But like I said, few and far between. There really wasn't a whole lot to gain here. %65% chance, yes. I'm just going to keep going with that as long as it keeps increasing chance to keep stuff on the board. I mean, 65 is not 100, but it's still really strong. Now, I don't know what the base cooldown is, so I have no idea whether, you know, when we should be expecting this. I really should go back through the VOD of this, go back through the recording, and then identify that. Probably be lazy about it. There's a bunch of things, like I was saying earlier, I want to document exactly what the wave patterns are on this map, that sort of thing. Definitely should do it. Like I said, been lazy about it. Taking a lot of damage from bats there. Oh boy. That's a lot. Alright, let's see. I mean, I'm sure someone's already done it, so maybe I could just go look it up. Right, there's floor chicken. That's what we're looking for. We might be due for a pentagram activation. Yes, we are. So 728 or so, I think, was when it came in. All right, so this is not great. We'll go armor, because, like I said, I think we may need that. And we'll pick the... Ooh, an epic chest. An epic chest. We'll take that purple. We will take that. Alright, double whip upgrade. That's good. So what are we up to? Should be at 8 now? Of course, it's going to scroll through for the last thing, naturally. Alright, so we have this maxed. The whip needs hollow heart, I believe. So we need to find that before we eliminate another boss, ideally. And then we can get the evolution for it. The whip will provide us some life leech. I'm still not a fan of the whip. It's doing okay here, but I'm not super impressed. Good, there's some floor chicken for us. We kind of need a good pentagram activation. There's a boss. We did not get what we needed. We're going to upgrade the axe. These ghosts are problematic. They're pretty quick. They can absolutely trap you. We need to kind of just bob and weave a little bit. Weave in and out of the enemies. Try and pick up experience where we can. But this is a survival wave to me. So is it at a minute now? Because I think it was at 28. 7:28 was when the last pentagram activation went off. It was at 8:28 here. I'm going to forget by the time the minute rolls around, but we'll see. See if I can try and remember. We didn't get the good hit. We didn't get to keep any of the experience there, but we did wipe everything out, so we're not dying. Buying more time. Once we get maxed, I'll feel a lot better because, yes, we'll miss out on some gold, possibly some floor chicken, but I think we can accept that. All right, so we're on to a new wave. If it's coming at 28, we have about 10 seconds now. So we'll see. It was a little bit faster, but I might have been wrong in noticing what time it was. So it's about every minute. All right, we need hollow heart. Whoop. I meant to walk onto the chest. Instead, I walked into the monsters. All right, so we should get our evolution for the whip here. Are we getting axe? Oh, we're still below 10 minutes. Ugh, that's real bad. Well, we do get an axe upgrade, so there's that. Oh, fire breath will definitely help us. This is actually called something else, but I just call it fire breath. Unfortunately, we don't have huge clusters of enemies to just cleave through and generate a ton of experience, but we are killing the bats, which is important. So we just need to find another boss, at least after 10 minutes. We'll see if... We'll try it at 10 minutes. I don't know if you can... Oh, boy. Speaking of 10 minutes... Oh, no. Oh, we're gonna have to leave. I thought we could get around that circle of bats, but clearly not. We need to find some floor chicken. We were doing okay, and then all of a sudden... Uh-oh. All right, there's a... Oh, nice. That was a good pentagram hit. That was a strong pentagram hit. We're going to go attract orb. I don't want to risk death for that chest right now. We know where it is, and it will tell us. Tell me that's floor chicken? There we go. Now we can work our way back. So we're above 10 minutes, but we're not above 11 minutes, obviously. So we'll see if this gives us an evolution. We did get the evolution, so you can get them confirmed after 10 minutes. Question is, does it go in 30 seconds? Can deal critical damage and absorb HP. So this will give us a chance to try and leech some health back, as well as, of course, dealing more damage. We have a much bigger whip range. Maybe not range is the right way to put it. I'm going to go armor. Yeah, and we want to try and use any damage mitigation that we have, because we're going to get hit. We don't have good ways to push the enemies off of us. Should be due for a pentagram hit in, like, 15 seconds. Pentagram is almost maxed. It is maxed. Okay, so we're not going to get any higher than 65. I was going to say 65% for experience gains, which that one kind of hurts because we need the experience now to make sure that we get these other things upgraded, and we need to get our other evolutions, and we need to actually just fill out everything. Because right now we have a lot of maxed stuff. Maybe not a lot. We have some maxed stuff, but we do not have a great breadth of or depth of items. We do need to find some other evolved stuff. Like, this is not going to carry us through the end, and we're already above 10 minutes. I need to go back and also check either my live Twitch stream VODs, which, by the way, if you're interested in checking out Vampire Survivors live, I do stream it on Twitch. I also stream a bunch of other games. You can check it out over on Twitch, RTChompGG. We can risk, I think, 2 non-evolving weapons. I think we go Rune Tracer. I'm okay with Rune Tracer. So we do need the other item to upgrade or evolve the axe, as well as, obviously, the axe levels. That was a good pentagram. All right, we're just going to take this because we're not close enough to evolving things. Got an armor. That's fine. What are we at? Level 3? 4. That's fine. Like, I can accept that. It's not super exciting, but, I mean, it's better than, obviously, not having it. We're doing okay. Werewolves are often where a bunch of runs start to fall apart for me. So I need to go back and check, as I was saying, either the live Twitch streams or check some of my recordings for this and see what level was I at certain minutes, again, just to benchmark things. It's not necessarily, oh, you must hit this, but maybe you do have to be a certain level by this point to ensure that you're scaling at the speed that you need. You know, the goal isn't, okay, well, I must hit this thing. It's just an indicator, really. I also need to find out exactly how long... Ooh, that could have been dangerous. Kinda getting swarmed here. Nice. Good pentagram. Very weird thing to say. It's also kind of like saying evolve the Bible. That sounds weird to me. These ghosts are just relentless. They're just pushing. The big thing is, like, they are not that dangerous in and of themselves, but they push the werewolves onto you, which is dangerous. The good news is because of the pickup range, we are not at as much risk. All right, we want the tome, I think. We're running out of options and spaces to pick up the other stuff we want to get. Namely, I want to get, as mentioned, the wand. But like I said earlier, the tome is mainly the priority so that the pentagram is going off more frequently, since I think we're going to need it. And it's one of those things that you become more reliant on it the more you use it, because if it wipes out experience, now you're not as strong like you're talking about. It kind of artificially creates the death spiral that I mentioned before. Okay, so wand versus this. We don't have the upgrade for the axe yet. We don't have the secondary item, so we're going to go wand so that we can lock that in, because that can evolve for us now. We do need to find... Okay, we get another armor. We got to find the evolution requirements for the axe. This is a bad wave. All of these enemies are very tough. They're very sturdy, very durable. They just don't take a lot of damage. We're not going to kill a lot of things and therefore not generate a lot of experience. We're going to be reliant on the pentagram to wipe the board and hope that it manages to be generous and leave us what we need. It's a coin. I was hoping... Oh, it doesn't matter. We're at full health. I was just going to say I'm hoping it was floor chicken, but... This is kind of dangerous. Alright, so we can max the axe here. But like I said, we gotta find its helper here. We're gonna have to punch through these. So the life leech is doing pretty well for us, I have to admit. All right, there's a boss, which is relevant because tell me you left the experience. It looks like you did. Sweet. Get the level. These things are swarming us. Not good. Can't find what we need. Good news is, Life Leech, like I said, as you can see, clearly garlic would be pretty good here. Cooldowns is going to be more important. Because we're just not... We don't have a ton of weapons that are firing at a huge, high rate in order to deal with all of these things. Alright, so now we got this. We can go pick up the treasure chest. Hopefully get our evolution. We got the epic. So we should have a good shot at it. Should have a good shot at this. Alright, we did get the evolution, so we have the scythes going. That's going to help create the halo for us. Evolved Axe passes through enemies. Sweet. The Death Spiral. Please? There we go. I was about to say, like, are you going to activate? There is a delay on that sometimes, and it can be very scary. Alright, Hollow Heart. I don't know what our last weapon's going to be. We should pick an evolvable one. I'm gonna go Rune Tracer here. So Cross would be fine. Fire Wand would probably be pretty good. We'll go Tome. This is a pretty good wave for experience, at least as it has borne out. Even better. Cross. I guess we take Cross. What is... Cross goes with Clover. Maybe we don't. I think we'd rather have a Fire Wand. I think we'd rather have a Fire Wand. This could be us being greedy. Hoping not. We'll see how it works out. Alright, so we got more health. More max health. I'll take it. I mean, it was one of the options, right? So we only have one slot left, so we can't do something like get birds. This is what I'm worried about. We're getting swarmed here. We're not doing a ton of damage. The reason I want the Fire Wand is because of the pass-through, so it'll hopefully... And it does allegedly do a lot of damage, so... we'll go with Wand. This is kind of a survive wave, but we're getting up there. We're above 15 minutes. So this build is showing promise. We should be coming up on a pentagram. I think. Kind of playing with fire here. Okay, there we go. I was gonna say, if it didn't activate soon, we were playing with fire. We're gonna go Tome. My count for when the pentagram's going off is completely off now because we have it maxed out. We don't know exactly what its original cooldown is, on top of the fact that we have the cooldown tome. So there's a lot of things in play. Not that I'd be able to do that math in my head even if I knew the numbers, but I definitely can't do it now when I don't know any of the numbers, quite obviously. It should be less than a minute, I think, but we don't know if it was exactly a minute. And I didn't note what time it went off, so we'll have to try and mentally note what time when the next pentagram goes off and go from there. This is definitely an unfortunate wave, experience-wise. It was not... Alright, so that was at 1755 or so. But we're on to the next wave. On to the next wave. We do have some straggler experience that we can pick up here from previous eliminations. If we want to go Fire Wand, I'm still trying to remember what is the... Fire Wand is Spinach, I believe, which would actually be really good, increasing our damage. I'm pretty sure it's Spinach. Spinach would be a valuable secondary to pick up anyway. We can be a little riskier with running through enemies to some extent because we have the life leech. I don't want to tempt fate too much. We have the life leech and bonus HP, so we'll see how we do. 53. Huh. Alright, there's a wand upgrade. We absolutely need that. We want to get that evolved too, so we can get at least that half of the fire hose. I mean, we could go knives too, but attack speed I don't think benefits really any of these. If we were to get bracers to pair with the knives. Because the upgrade on the wand will just, you know, it doesn't stop firing. I guess it could help the sides. Pentagram probably doesn't get affected by it. I'm assuming it doesn't. Wouldn't really make sense for it to. Rune Tracer could benefit. Rune Tracer could benefit. A lot of floor chicken being wasted here. Not that we would really be able to set up, oh, we'll leave it there and come back to it. Because it's really going to start hitting the fan. We're almost at 20 minutes. Almost at 20 minutes, and things are really going to start getting wild. I want to circle back to that little cluster down here. Nice. That was a good pentagram hit. Left us all the XP. Feels good. You'd love to see it. This is why we need to make sure that we are getting everything we need. We're going to up the base. I think that'll help us with our damage output. Obviously it will. And here's where we're facing much more difficult enemy. Okay, Fire Breath. That helps a lot. That helps immensely. Oh god, we're taking weight. Wow. I might have just killed us. Because we're taking a ton of damage here. Alright, so spinach. Prep. We may be dead because I charged in there and thought that we were much more durable than we actually were. We just need to survive. Where's all that floor chicken when you need it? Yeah, I got a little too excited there. A little too excited there, but we're okay. We're back at full health. We're gonna go spinach. That was a very good pentagram. Right, we'll go with this. We'll just pick it up right away. So we need to find that fire wand. Need to find a fire wand. Got a wand upgrade. I'm not sure what we're up to. 6, maybe 7. We're at 5. Okay, that's not exactly what we wanted to see. You hate to see it. We do sometimes get a good clear with this. Oh boy, that was a lot of damage. That's the problem, is we're going to have to, I think, run through stuff. And we're not in a position to right now. We got to get back to full health. We also need to get the other stuff that we need. You know, I'm stating the obvious. We'll go with this. We don't have the fire wand yet. We may have to end up locking in a weapon that we don't really want. AKA one that won't evolve, thanks to the fact that we locked in spinach. But, I mean, spinach is still pretty good. All the weapons are going to benefit from extra damage, right? Yes, defense is good offense, or some other cliche. Alright, that's a good pentagram. Took up our XPs. Need one more level in wand, and then a boss. One more level in the wand, and then a boss. Unfortunately wasted a floor chicken there, but these guys, we're going to have to run through a lot of this. These guys are too sturdy to try and stand and fight for the most part, although they're slow. Between the plants and the mummies, they're both very, very durable. It's not worth getting trapped, I don't think. Wrong way. Maybe not the wrong way, but an incorrect way. I don't know if there is a right way. You can see, even with pounding on some of these plants, they last forever. I don't know how many hit points they have, but it's got to be a lot. Okay, that was a good pentagram. Got to get this level first before we do this, though. And because the map marks where the treasure chest is, I'm okay with looping around like this. We won't lose sight of it. We still whiffed on both Fire Wand as well as everything else we need. It's not good. I'll find some open area. I'll run to daylight. Leech some life while we're at it. We just can't double back much with this. Not that you can normally. We still have another 40 seconds of this, so we gotta make something happen. Right now, that something is unfortunately looking bad for us. There we go. Alright, we're just gonna collect this. We have another chest on the board. Or in play, I guess. That should be our last wand upgrade, which is kind of what we needed. Yep. Right, now let's get out of here. Go get our evolution. Take a little damage in the process, but I think we're okay. We're almost at 24 minutes. 25 minutes is where stuff really gets nasty. We really need this upgrade. We're still short. Like, we haven't even found the Fire Wand, let alone upgraded it. So, we did get an epic chest. We got double spinach, which is absolutely fantastic. Definitely helps our damage output quite clearly. The idea here, aside from the cooldown reduction, is that the wand will also serve as our another halo effect, since it hits the nearest enemy. Alright, we're adding new enemies. We have the blue plants showing up now. Taking a little too much damage here. Fire breath, that helps. Trying to clear out as much as we can, as many directions as we can, give us breathing room wherever we gotta go. Whoop. Almost walked into stuff because that ran out. We're gonna go with this. That's gonna buff all our weapons, while buffing the Rune Tracer is clearly important. Nice! That was a great pentagram hit. Problem is this, like I said, they immediately backfill, and they're everywhere. It was a good pentagram hit, we got the experience. As you can see, we're getting pretty thick everything now, thanks to the candelabra. Here's some blue plants, including the boss blue plant. We are now north of 25 minutes. So things are really going to get hairy. And we're trapped. And we're trapped. We might be trapped for the rest of the game. I kind of remember that happening. Alright, do we have... Yeah, we just get this. We have nothing that's even close to evolving. Well, there's nothing left to evolve in our inventory. We have to find the Fire Wand to even have something. Alright, so we get another width upgrade. Or base area upgrade. Same difference, I guess. Nice, good pentagram hit. Soak up all that XP. See if we can clear the path. We gotta keep moving. Guess we're going Rune Tracer. I'm trying to hold out for that Fire Wand. I don't know that it's gonna happen. Have we even... We had to have been presented one this game. We just haven't seen one in several levels, which is kind of funny. Alright, so we're trapped again. The blue plants don't really... Maybe they do a lot of damage or something. Alright, Medusas do worry me, though. They are significantly sturdier. Don't want to take the garlic. That would ruin the whole run. Look at this. We're not clearing much of a path at all. We're only at 26 minutes. This is going to get messy. This is going to get messy. We haven't even maxed all our items. Like, I think we still have slots left in armor, too. Alright, pentagram hit. I'm just gonna take this. I think we still have slots left in armor. I know, obviously, like, Spinach probably still has one. What are we up to in Rune Tracer? 7. Alright, so we have one more Rune Tracer. No, we maxed everything else. So, bosses are going to be weird unless we can pick up that, that Fire Wand, because we're not going to get upgrades for anything else. Alright, well, here we go. We've now maxed everything except for the empty slot. Everything has maximum base width. Everything has maximum damage. Everything... all the weapons are getting all their special powers. Alright, so we're not going to get the Fire Wand. Do we want Lightning Ring? Or do we want Santa Water? I prefer Lightning Ring. We're gonna go Ring. Both are, you know, they're random. But I think the Ring will give us a better advantage. Unfortunately, the evolution missing is rough. We're in a little bit of trouble here. By a little bit, I mean a lot, because we're only at 27 minutes. I think not having that evolution is going to come back to haunt us, to be perfectly honest. That was spectacular. That was spectacular. Alright, so do we max out the ring off of this? Because that would be funny. That pentagram hit was chef's kiss. Alright, so we max out the ring because we got gold out of this as well. Oh, yeah. Dropping them lightning bolts. It may not make a difference because we're still getting swarmed, and there's going to be more dangerous enemies that are going to be showing up as well. I'm trying to move here because it seems like we have daylight over here. It seems like we have daylight over here. We want to obviously move east and west because we can hit things with the whip that way, so we're maximizing the usage of all our weapons. Alright, we're at 28 minutes. Here's tougher enemies. Fantastic. And we still have another minute after this of other increasing enemies, so this isn't even their final form. This is looking not great. Not gonna lie, I'm not super optimistic about this. We did find some daylight here, so maybe. Pentagram, good hit. That's a lot of red gems. I don't think I've ever seen that many on the floor. I'm moving back this way because I want to get those both for gold and to give us the option to potentially get full chicken if we have to. It's really a matter of when the scythes go out, because that's the only pushback we really have. We're closing in on 29 minutes. Now we're moving to daylight. We got all those. We got everything. Moving to daylight. I know I said I want to move east and west, but north and south seems to be affording us a better option at the moment. We're just going to keep hauling ass. That magnet didn't really get us much, but, you know. Alright, we're above 29 minutes. We're above 29 minutes. No garlic, no Bible. Well, we're making bank. 4.1k in gold. Nice, good pentagram. I don't think we'll get another one before the game ends, one way or the other. Oh, look at all those red gems! Look at those red gems! We just gotta dodge the fast-moving waves of bats so it doesn't push us into it. It's interesting, we started with bats, we're ending with bats. I wonder if that is normal? Are we gonna do it, chat? No, I said chat. I'm not live streaming at the moment. We did it! All game. No Bible, no garlic, hyper green acres, completed. GG. We even unlocked a new character. GG. Well, like I said, if you enjoyed this, definitely hit that subscribe button here on YouTube and check out my live stream over on Twitch, RTChompGG. But as always, everybody, thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. And Black Lives Matter.